right, man. Do the Lions need to skip drafting, edge rusher early on in the draft? Are they set at the edge position? Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. And my thing is, you can never have too many good edge rushers. You can never have too many good defensive linemen at all. So, you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, and they send swarms of defensive linemen at you. Graham, Sweat, Hargraves, Fletcher Cox. It's a bunch of them. So you can never have too many. You can never have too many good defensive linemen, too many edge. But do you believe in your edges? Is the question. And then also, you at a spot where you might have to if you're taking the best player available, you're in a prime spot to take an edge. You know what I'm saying? You're in a prime spot to take an edge. So, that's what I look at. Like, when I look who could be left, you could have Bryce Young, Will Levis, Tyree Wilson left, and I think those would probably be the three best on the board. And I think Tyree Wilson is just, his upside, might be bigger than all of them. And physically, what he brings to the table in your front seven is something that you don't have. Is a guy who's a freak athletically, not just speed, but power, and understands how to play football. But, there's a lot of room for growth when it comes to talking about as a pass rusher. And that's kind of what they're missing in that front seven, is an athletic freak. Now, Aiden Hutchinson is pretty athletic. So you starting a trend in the right direction when you starting to talk about Hutch. You don't know what you're going to get out of Onizorki. He will help boost athleticism, but Tyree Wilson at 280, 6'6", just the length that he give you, the length that he has, the reach, the long limbs, the athleticism. It will straight boost you. You love having James Houston, Aiden Hutchinson, Romeo Julia, Charles Harris, Josh Pascal. You love all those guys. You get an opportunity to add somebody the potential and already the physical caliber of Tyree Wilson. You can say no. Now, am I interested in trading for a defensive end or trading capital? No. No, not if it's not like somebody like Nick Bosa. So, yeah, I think they're in a spot where it's a luxury pick at number 6. And that's exactly what it is. So, whatever you feel, if it's the best thing to move back, stay there, take a quarterback, y'all got to understand it's a luxury. And the Lions are inching closer and closer to, being, a serious contender. Not sure when it's exactly going to happen, but they inching closer and closer to being a serious contender. And you're going to win this thing with pass rush just as much as your back end. Look at Kansas City back end. A lot of injuries, a lot of youth. But when you got Frank Clark and Chris Jones up front, it changes everything. So, I love Jalen Carter. I wouldn't be against moving up, going to get him. I know it's hard in people's mind to move up and go get a defensive lineman. I get it. Some people say, well, Brian Brees and exactly what we need. We don't need that. Oh, he had a good year a couple years ago. We don't need no white boy up front like that. Good ball player, though. Maybe at number 18, if he's still around, I wouldn't mind it. If you're going to invest into that defensive line position, or you're going to invest, if you so corner, that cornerback position go with the front end. Corner going to take a minute to develop. This kid can play right now. I'm not sure he's going to be the pass rusher that you really need right now. But he'll develop into that, hopefully. And the Lions have a good reputation into developing guys into good pass rushers, too. But, yeah, you need to be more athletic up front. And that's what it is. You need to trend. That way you don't have to keep putting Tracy Walker and using him in a box to go get quarterbacks. You need athletes up front. You need to be more athletic more than you need cornerback help. That's how bad it is. So, When you see the Jalen Hurts running around and the Daniel Jones running around, you need superior athletes up front. And this is where Tyree Wilson come in to help you be a more athletic football team. You know? And that's what it is. You know? So, as much as you need Jalen Carter, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to moving up. It's hard to move up for a defensive lineman in a lot of people's mind. Usually moving up for a quarterback or a really good left tackle. But they got another kid out there from Pitt. You know, Brees, we'll see what he do. You know, if he looks a lot healthier at the combine. If not, he may be there at 18, bro. I'm not buying the hype. You know, I like some of the stuff I see on film, but that high for him, nah. You know, but you like him, you can always move back up and get him too. Be cheaper. But yeah, Tyree Wilson is a super athletic hero that the Lions need. They say that a hero will save us. I'm not gonna stand here. You know, that's what, I'm right now, I mean, that's what you need. But you need some heat up that. You need somebody that can get up and penetrate and get to the quarterback. You know, you depend on Pascal last year. You depended on Anazorki, but you need a sure thing. Hate to say that, you really do. So they have some finessing to do around with that. I mean, but if I'm looking at it, man. I just weigh my options, see who get cut, see where it go from there, see what it take me to go up. And I'm pretty sure Arizona probably gonna take Will Anderson. I'm probably sure there. Then Seattle probably gonna take Jalen Carter, but my thing is too, they need somebody that can go get the quarterback in Seattle too on the edge. You know, historically Seattle just really like them big edge rushers like Brandon Meebang. I mean, them big strong guys in the middle. So you might have some competition for Tyree Wilson, especially once he tear up the combine. So you might be fortunate to get him to fall to you at 6. The question is, when you get to 6, whether it's Wilson or Carter, you think if it's Carter, they're going to take him because it's the best player available and it fit the need. But the problem would be, too, if it's anybody else, is that the quarterback still hanging around, they can move down and get additional picks. So it's going to be how much you love the person at 6. I think it's no question at 6 if it's Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, it's no question. And in my mind, Tyree Wilson, just kind of starting to look at him and break him down, he has the potential to be in that conversation, honestly. He does. So, so he has that potential to be in that conversation, bro. So that's how good, I think he can be in Miami. So, but yeah, he definitely gonna get more athletic. He definitely gonna get more athletic at that position. I mean, in front, he definitely gonna upgrade you. If you can do that, and I know people tired of investing into the defensive line, but hey, you got to get more athletic. That way, you ain't got to commit more people to mobile quarterbacks. So that's just what it is. But yeah, man, that's what it is. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button, the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you can find me on financially Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Peace.